For this week's homework, I chose lesson 4 homework, question B, to record. First off, I simplified this equation into factored form so it could be evaluated later. Now we can see that there is a hole and it's x minus 6 equals to 0. I need to correct something on the writing here because it should be x does not equals to 6 for the hole. And plugging in 6 into the simplified equation will get its y value. In this equation, the largest degree on top is greater than the largest degree on the bottom. Therefore, it has a slant asymptote. To find the slant asymptote, I took the top of the equation and divided by the bottom of the equation using division. And what we have left as the remainder can be eliminated. As I was doing this division, I realized that I forgot to find the vertical asymptote, so I went back on top and did that first before I continued. I found the vertical asymptote by looking at the original equation on the bottom. Because it's a rational equation, then we can see that x plus 2 is the equation's vertical asymptote, which will be x plus 2 equals to 0 and x equals to negative 2. After we solve that, we're back to the division part. And after solving this problem, we can see that the slant asymptote of this equation will be x minus 6 on the top. From looking at the original equation, and it's a rational function, therefore if we look at the top, we can see x minus 3 and x minus 1, and these will be our x-intercepts. In order to find the y-intercept, we just have to set x value equals to 0. Next is I solve for the first derivative of the equation to know the increasing and decreasing regions, also the critical points. To find our critical points, we must let x squared plus 4x minus 11 equals to 0. To find the corresponding values of our critical point, we just need to plug in the two numbers into f of x, and we will get the corresponding y point. And now we can see that we have all of our numbers sorted out and we can start graphing. As we can see that there's a number line, and on the number line, on the left of -2 minus root 15, there's a plus sign, and in between there's a minus sign, and on the right there's a plus sign. These signs came from plugging in numbers in the like on the number line to see if that region is positive or negative. I plugged the numbers into f of prime, therefore I can know that the positive and negative regions of the graph. The reason I chose this question is because this question adds on to what we have learned in Pre-Cal 12 and further expands the knowledge. Even though this question may look easy, but when I was solving, I had made quite a few mistakes on calculation because the question is a very long question to solve because it involves different types of knowledge. This question also requires you to do it step by step and use what we have learned in the previous chapters and what we have learned this week. For example, like on the number line, when left is positive and right is negative, then there's local maximum.